How you doing? Charlie Martini here. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the government shutdown. I've been watching it on TV and it really gets me disgusted. I mean, this Congress has a 10% approval rating and they keep up all these shenanigans. I mean, all they have to do, and I listened to Mitch McConnell, Republican senator, saying it's President Obama's fault. Well, Speaker Boehner, it's President Obama's fault. He will not negotiate with us. But they want to negotiate over, I guess it's the Obamacare. You know, they really hate it. I don't know too much about it. I have health insurance, so it, doesn't really matter to me either way, but I do think that everybody should be able to have health insurance affordable. I know my doctor, he says it's bad news, so, he's in the medical profession, he knows. I don't know what he thinks is actually so bad about it, but if you get people insured, I think that's a good thing for the United States. So, if that is what the House GOP members are arguing over, and I think it is, because they don't want to fund the federal government unless they defund Obamacare, or the Affordable Care Act, however you want to call it. And I can only see that it's the Republicans' fault. I mean, I would place blame solely on them, because this government shutdown did not have to happen. All they had to do was Boehner, since Republicans are in charge of the House, the Speaker can put any bill on the floor that he wants. All he has to do, and if he did this, I would give him a lot of credit, and if it failed, then maybe we could say, yeah, this could be partly Democrats' fault. But the Senate, they've already sent a bill to the Senate saying that they want defunding Obamacare, they want this tax off there. There's a couple points in there. Well, Senate, of course, rejected it, sent it back and said, we just want a clean bill to go through. No strings attached, the government gets funded. We'll have this debate at another time. So all Speaker Boehner has to do to stop this government shutdown is to put a clean bill on the House floor for a straight up and down vote. And if he gets the majority of the House to vote for it, boom, goes to the president signs it, the government is no longer shut down. So I can't see how anybody can say that this is either the Democrats' fault or Obama's, not at this point. I mean, it's totally Speaker Boehner. All he has to do is put that out there. And I'm going to say that all the Democrats in the House would vote for it. Probably most of the Republicans. You've only got maybe 30 or 40 Republicans in the House, and some like Ted Cruz in the Senate, that they don't want anything to do with Obama. They want him to fail. They actually, it seems like they want our country to fail. Like, why would you shut down the government? And here's another thing. Guess who's not affected by the government shutdown? Congress. Their pay isn't affected. Their government. So yeah, they should, but no. Their pay is protected by the 27th Amendment of the Constitution. Don't you wish you could have an amendment of the Constitution that protects your pay that says it could never be increased or decreased unless you can vote on it at another time? Well, that'd be great. I'd love that. But no, me, you, that's not it. And the government shutdown, 800,000 government employees, federal employees, are off the job. Some of the people in the VA hospitals are not going to get, all the national parks, all these people are affected, but not Congress. Don't you think that if Congress was affected, if their pay wasn't getting paid, don't you think maybe they'd come together a little faster and try to get this thing going? I do. But again, they are so far removed from everything They have got themselves, I mean, they make $175,000 a year. Speaker Boehner makes $225,000. So they don't really understand your problems or my problems. And I don't think they understand the nation's problem as a whole. I mean, how can they? So I just wanted to say, I think it's Speaker Boehner's fault at this point, and being held hostage by some of these really radically right-wing Republicans. All he has to do is put the vote on the floor and see what happens. So I don't want to say too much more. It's only the first day of the shutdown. I predict that it's probably not going to last too long, because if they were fighting to stop Obamacare from going through, well, they already failed. Today, October 1st, it's law. You can call in, you can get the insurance. So their main cause is already defeated. And the one last thing I wanted to talk about, this Ted Cruz. I mean, I give the guy credit. He got up on the Senate floor and he did the constitutional rights, but it wasn't even a real filibuster. They knew that this was not going to be, so it was more theatrics. But, you still got to give the guy credit. He stood up on the floor for 21 hours, even though he talked about Star Wars and things like that. But the one thing he didn't talk about is, what's his plan? What's his alternate plan if we get rid of Obamacare? They don't have one. In all 21 hours, he did not come up with one solution. So, well, and I think the GOP is all that way. They just say no, 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 but they don't offer anything. So right now, I'm predicting it's not going to last too long, this government shutdown. And I'm predicting also that the blame will be on the Republicans. I just hope the American voters, and this is what the Republicans count on, most politicians count on it, is that the American people have a short memory. So by when next year comes around, time for elections, they betting that you don't remember this. They're going to bet that they're just going to slide through again and get elected, so they can do anything they want. They don't have to listen to the American public. I mean, 75% of America is against this government shutdown. Does that matter to this Congress? No. They shut it down anyway. So that's all I really got to say on the matter. We'll see what happens. We'll stay tuned. We'll keep an eye on it. But for now, this is Charlie Martini signing off. Cheers.